Hey everyone, welcome to my new tutorial. Today I will show you how you can create a nice layered ground texture for your Blender projects, and I really hope you will enjoy this one. And if you do, please don't forget to leave that like, and if you're new around here, hit that subscribe. And I always try to make my tutorials accessible for beginners, but it's simply impossible to fit all the basics in every tutorial, and that's why I created this very structured free course. You just go to my website, you sign up, it's 100% free, it takes 1 to 2 hours to complete, and then you just come back here and finish the lesson and you will have so much easier time. So if you just started Blender, be sure to check out the link in the description. Now let's jump into Blender, and first of all let me just select the light and the cube, press X and remove these, and let's press Shift A and we'll add a plane. Now we'll need to make this larger because if you're working on a larger scale environment and you need some ground, with some road and stuff, this is only 2 meters. So let's tab into the edit mode, let's press S to scale, and let's enter 10 to scale this 10 times. So it will be 20 meters across, and let's confirm by hitting enter. And now you can tab out of the edit mode. And now we'll add our textures here, and you will find the links in the description. Just visit the Polyhaven website, and here are the textures. You just go here, choose your size. For this project I recommend 4K if you are doing larger scale environment, maybe sometimes even 8K, and just hit download. It will download the zip file and you just unzip it into your project folder, and do the same for both of these materials. And now in Blender, let's go edit preferences, because there's one more important thing we'll need, and that's in the add-ons, not extensions. This add-on should be installed automatically in every Blender, but the only thing is it's not activated. So search for Wrangler, and if you haven't used it, you will see it unchecked. So just check the box and close the preferences. If for some reason you're watching this in the future and it was moved into get extensions, try that one as well. You have the add-ons and then extension library. You can search for the Wrangler here as well, but that's how you install it. And now let's just expand this panel here, and let's go to shader editor right there and create a new material. And now that we have the Node Wrangler add-on, it's so easy to import multiple texture maps. You just hit Ctrl, Shift and T, navigate to your texture folder. You can see both of those unpacked right here. And first I will import the asphalt. So let me go into the textures folder, and we are interested in the diffuse map, normal map. I'm holding Ctrl to select multiple, and roughness map, and then click principal texture setup, and you will see it will set up automatically into the correct channels, even with the texture coordinate and mapping node. So this is what Node Wrangler is really good for. You have these, very useful shortcuts that you can use. And now let's do the same thing for the other one. So we can just zoom out here, select the principal shader, press Shift D to duplicate it, and just leave it right there, and hit Ctrl Shift T. And let's navigate to the other one, the dirt, and do the same thing. So import normal and roughness and hit principal texture setup, and you will have similar thing happening right there. And you can move it around, tidy it up a little bit. And now you have both of these shaders connected to these textures, and we can mix them up, but you might want to preview this. So if you go to the material preview, you will see the asphalt here. And if you want to quickly preview, that's another shortcut with the Node Wrangler. You just hold Ctrl and Shift and click whatever node you want to see. Or for example, if you want to see just one of the maps, you can hold Ctrl Shift and click through these to actually see what's happening there. And then you can preview the whole shader right there. So this is the dirt map, this is the asphalt, and now we'll need to mix them up. So let's press Shift A, and let's add shader and mix shader right here, and just drop it on the line here. And now we can plug the other one, and here you can see you can kind of crossfade between those, but we don't need to crossfade. We need to paint out the other texture, so we'll need another texture that will serve us as a mask. But before we do that, let's paint some other overlay. So I'll press Shift A here and add texture and image texture that will create an empty texture node, and you can create a new texture right here. So let's just hit new, and here let's call this marks, and let's do 4096 by 4096, and we can leave the color black and hit new image. And again, you can hold Ctrl and Shift and click this to preview your new black texture. And now we are going to paint on this. So if I go into the texture paint workspace, that's basically just a different arrangement of Blender windows, and you're automatically in the texture paint mode. So you can just switch your colors here. You can use X key to switch the colors and switch the color to white. And you can just start painting on this right away, and you will see it on the 2D view as well. Let me hit Ctrl Z to go back. But another thing, there are now sets of brushes right here in the asset library drawer, and you can create your own custom. These two first brushes, these are my custom brushes that I created. These like grunge brushes, I can show you how that looks. And this is what I want to use for the markings, but creating brush is out of the scope of this tutorial, and I already covered it in my recent YouTube short, so I will link that in the description as well. So if you don't know how to create your own brush, just go watch the short, and then you can try this on your own. And if you just want to continue, you can use whatever brush you can see here. For example, the Paint Heart, it will just not have, you know, this grunge effect. So right now what I want to do, I will hit 7 on the numpad for the top view, and the moment you have your custom brush, let me just select it here, and you can press F to change the size here. So this is what I want here. You can just go into the stroke settings and additionally modify it, because the default is spacing right here, but you can change this to line, and that will basically allow you to just click and drag and create a line easily like this, because I want to create a road now. So let me just do that right here and create a road like this. And now let's zoom in a little bit and press F to make this even smaller, and we'll do a line in the middle. So let's just click and drag here like that. And now we can press X to flip the colors, press F to make this larger, and now just interrupt this line like this. Okay, and finally we can do some more markings. So press X again, let's make this larger, and here I'll create something like a parking space or something like that. And you can go wider with the strokes, you will see why. And now we can press F, make this larger, press X again to flip it, and nicely round it out like this. Okay, and to make this a little bit more interesting, we can introduce a new color. So we can press F, make this a little bit smaller again. Let's press X here, and let's choose like a yellow color. I think that will look great. So, and let's just drag another line here on the side, and maybe some perpendicular lines as well. And I think this will look great. And maybe on the other side we can do something like this. Doesn't really matter. Okay, and now you can see there's an asterisk here. That means that the texture is not saved. So if you close Blender now and reopen your project, this texture will be gone. So you always, when you're painting, need to save your texture, and you can save it right here on your disk next to your project. But you can pack it with your project as well. So if you choose pack, it will be part of your Blender file, and you don't need to keep track of external texture files. So let's just pack it. And if you have sometimes trouble following all the tutorials, make sure to check out my other courses as well, where in addition to the step-by-step instructions, you also get full in-depth explanation of all the steps and all the tools, and you get to learn everything from simple low poly design all the way to full character illustration, textured environments, a little bit of sculpting and texturing, and also with the latest one, full car modeling and animation. So if you're interested, please check out the link in the description. And now we can switch back to the layout, and this is what we have here. So the next thing I want to do is to overlay this texture on the asphalt, and the asphalt texture is this one right here. So let's just move it, and let's press Shift A, and this time we'll not use Mix Shader, but we'll use Mix Color. like this, because we are mixing only one texture, and just plug it right here, and we can use the color, plug it into B, and if you now hold Ctrl and Shift and click the mix node, you will see the result, and you can again switch between those textures. But I want this fully visible, so instead of mix, we can use another blending mode. So for example, you can use add mode or something like color dodge if you want this to be a little bit more saturated or something like that. But I think the add mode will work just fine here, and you can maybe make it a little bit softer here, and this is what you get. So this is the asphalt with all the markings, and now we'll introduce that dirt. So let's plug this right back in, or you can just hold Ctrl Shift and click this. And now we'll need another image texture that will serve as a mask. So let's press Shift A, let's do texture and image texture. Let's click new. And again, I will leave this at 4K and call this mask. Let's confirm, and let's plug the color here into the factor. So now, since we created the black texture, if I preview it, this is all there is. That means this other shader has no visibility anywhere. But if you now switch to the texture painting, and you can do it right here in the material preview, you basically just switch to texture paint and you get the same without the 2D view. But you can easily just expand this and use the image editor with the paint mode, and now you have the same setup as you had with the texture paint workspace. And now let's switch this back all the way to white, so we'll reduce the saturation. And now press F to make this larger, and when you start painting, you will see the other texture will go through. But let me go back here and switch the brush back to the spacing. So now we can just regularly paint over our terrain, and we can choose different brush here. So for example, I will choose the soft brush here and just start to paint in the dirt, and maybe I will reduce the strength a little bit. And that will create an effect like the asphalt is slowly getting covered by dirt as well. On the other side, here we can have more of that dirt. And then if you press X, you can just switch between the colors and have a nice texture like that. And if you want to introduce a little bit more defined edges on this, you can switch back to your custom brush and use that one here. And you will see you get these jagged edges here and there, and that will really look great, because it will not only be like this soft fall off, but here and there will be like a visible patch of dirt. And here I will switch this, reduce the strength, and reduce the effect a little bit. You can see how nice and natural this starts to look with that grunge brush. Okay, let me go back to the object mode. We can collapse this. And basically one more thing, back in the texture paint, you can see again, this is not saved. So let's just pack it with the project so we don't lose it. And now you have this nice background, and you're ready to place whatever you want in your scene. So that's it for some layered ground texture in Blender. I really hope you enjoyed this, and again, if you did, please leave that like, and if you want to see more in the future, hit that subscribe. Thank you all for watching and have a wonderful day.